Yeah. So we have got 10 sentences over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what we need to, all these sentences are actually taken from the text that we have learned. Right? So what we need to do now is, we need to read these sentences and check whether they are true or false. Means whether they match with what we learned in the lesson, or are they against something that we have learned from the lesson. If they match with the content in the lesson, we should say it as a true. We need to put a tick mark over there, and if it doesn't match, then we need to put a cross mark over there. Okay, so shall we start doing it? Fine. Fine. The first sentence. Hari and Sumant saw a big crowd at the stadium entrance gate. Fine. The first sentence. Hari and Sumant saw a big crowd at the stadium entrance gate. So in the beginning of the lesson itself, this sentence is there. Hari and Sumant came there at 4 o'clock, and as they walked towards the stadium, they saw a big crowd. So that statement is true. A man was selling caps and banners near the stadium. A man was selling caps and banners near the stadium. Again, this is true. As they walked inside, they saw a man selling the caps and the banners of Delhi Daredevils. So that is a true statement. Third statement. A lady was selling bags and bottles with the slogans written on top of the royal challenges. A lady was selling, actually not bags and bottles, but t-shirts and caps, isn't it? So she was selling t-shirts and caps, so this statement is wrong. Hari and Sumant often watched matches at the stadium. Hari and Sumant, did they watch matches often? They said it was the first time for Hari and Sumant to watch a match in the stadium, isn't it? The sentence says it was the first time for Hari and Sumant to watch a match in the stadium. So the sentence is wrong. Chris Gayle scored 6 runs off Irfan Pathan's first ball. Yeah. We read Chris Gayle came out to bat first for Delhi Daredevils. Irfan Pathan. We saw Chris Gayle came out to bat first for Royal Challengers. Irfan Pathan was the bowler who bowled the first ball. It was a very good ball. He hit it hard. It flew up in the air. A fielder ran after the ball, but he couldn't catch it. It landed in the gallery among the people, isn't it? So that is a sixer. So the statement is right. Virat Kohli could not play well because he was injured. He was injured, but not before batting. No? Virat Kohli, he batted first, and after that, when his team was bowling, in the last over again, when Zahir Khan was bowling, he ran to take a catch and he fell down. So that was when he got injured. So that is a wrong statement. Virender Sehwag and David Warner came to bat first from Delhi Daredevils team. True. They are the openers. The two friends bought sandwiches and wafers from the cafeteria during the break. During the break time, yeah, they went to the cafeteria, but they bought orange juices and a big bag of popcorns, right? So that statement is wrong. Ross Taylor was caught by Virat Kohli. Yeah, it was then when he fell down, he got some injury. All the people came around to help him out. The medical team came there. and after a while it was all fine. Isn't it? Yeah, that is a true statement. Kevin Peterson scored a sixer on Zahir Khan's last ball. Yeah. So last ball they needed the runs, and Kevin Peterson hit the ball of Zahir Khan very hard, and it went for a sixer, and that was why it was a very exciting match, because it took the last ball to tell who was the winner. Isn't it? So that is a true statement. Now, let us revise all these statements once. Hari and Sumant saw a big crowd at the stadium entrance gate. It's a true sentence. A man was selling caps and banners near the stadium. It's again a true statement. A lady was selling bags and bottles with slogans written in support of royal challenges. The entire party is right except bags and bottles. It was t-shirts and caps. So the answer is wrong. Hari and Sumant often watch the matches at the stadium. It's a wrong statement, because Hari and Sumant went to the stadium for the first time to watch a match. Right? Chris Gayle scored 6 runs off Irfan Pathan's first ball. True, it went up in the air, and that was a sixer. Virat Kohli could not play well because he was injured. It's a wrong statement, because he was injured in the last over of the match, not before when he came for batting or fielding. Virendra Sehwag and David Warner came to bat first from the Delhi Daredevils team. It's a true statement. The two friends bought sandwiches and wafers from the cafeteria during the break. It's a wrong statement, because they bought orange juices and a big bag of popcorns. Ross Taylor was caught by Virat Kohli. It's a true statement. Kevin Peterson scored a sixer on Zahir Khan's last ball, and that is how the match ended, and so that's a true statement. Right? Now, read it once before we go on to the next one. So here are some choose the correct answers. So there are 2 questions now right in front of us. After completing that, we will go on to the next questions. So what we need to do is, we have a statement over here, and there are 4 options: A, B, C, D. Right? So after reading this particular statement over here, we need to identify the correct statement with which we can complete that particular sentence, and whichever is the right option, we need to put this tick mark over there. Okay? Now, the first, it's already answered. The first question is, the cricket match was played at the dash. So there are 4 different stadiums given over there. Eden Gardens, that is in Calcutta. It's not the right answer. Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, I think it's in Chennai. Wankhede is in Mumbai. Firozshah Kotla Stadium is the right answer, because that is a stadium where Hari and Sumant went to watch the match. Okay. The second sentence. The toss was won by the dash. A. Australian team. Was Australia playing that match? No. B. Delhi Daredevils team. They didn't win it. Royal Challengers, C is the right answer again. And the match was between Royal Challengers and Delhi Daredevils, so Rajasthan Royals will not come into this part. Right? So the cricket match was played at the Firozshah Kotla Stadium. The toss was won by the Royal Challengers. Okay? Answer the following questions. Right? We have got the questions over here, and we need to find the answers for that. The first question is, who was the captain of a Delhi Daredevils team? Who was the captain of a Delhi Daredevils team? So who was the captain? Virendra Sehwag was the captain of Delhi Daredevils team. Virendra Sehwag was the captain of Delhi Daredevils. Why do we know Virendra Sehwag was the captain? Yeah, it was Virendra Sehwag who came out at the time of the toss. The toss will be done by the captains of both the teams, right? So the toss will be done by the captain of both the teams, and from Delhi Daredevils, it was Virendra Sehwag who came out. So Virendra Sehwag was the captain of Delhi Daredevils. Now, the second question. Who was the captain of Royal Challengers team? So, from Delhi Daredevils, Virendra Sehwag came out, and who came out from the Royal Challengers team? Daniel Vettori was the captain of Royal Challengers. Daniel Vettori, he is from New Zealand actually. He is a spinner from New Zealand, and he was the captain of Royal Challengers. So the toss was actually done in between Virendra Sehwag from Delhi Daredevils and Daniel Vettori from Royal Challengers. Okay. Now, let us go to the third question. Who clean bowled Chris Gayle? So Chris Gayle came out to open the batting for Royal Challengers. He even hit the first ball of Irfan Pathan to a six, and he batted well through the first 15 overs. The score is something around 150 runs in the first 15 overs, and after that Chris Gayle got out. So he was clean bowled. So who was that particular bowler who clean bowled Chris Gayle? It was Irfan Pathan who clean bowled Chris Gayle. It was Irfan Pathan who clean bowled Chris Gayle. Okay. Now the next question. How many runs did the Royal Challengers score at the end of 20 overs? What was the score of Royal Challengers at the end of 20 overs? How many runs did they score? What is the answer? At the end of 20 overs, Royal Challengers scored 190 runs. At the end of 20 overs, Royal Challengers scored 190 runs. Right? So before we go to the next set of question answers, let us read these question answers once again. So who was the captain of Delhi Daredevils team? Who was the captain of Delhi Daredevils team? Virendra Sehwag was the captain of the Delhi Daredevils team. Who was the captain of Royal Challengers team? Daniel Vettori was the captain of Royal Challengers. Who clean bowled Chris Gayle? Irfan Pathan clean bowled Chris Gayle. How many runs did the Royal Challengers score at the end of 20 overs? At the end of 20 overs, Royal Challengers scored 190 runs. Right? So before we go on to the next questions, let's read these questions once again. Okay, read them, and after that we will go to the next questions. Okay, so now let us go to the next set of question answers. It's a hot question. The first question is, Do you think that it is important for players to have a sportsman spirit? What's your opinion? Should sports persons have sportsman spirit? Many of the sports persons have a great passion for the sport they play. But the healthy manner of playing is with the sportsman spirit. The players need to understand that the other players also have the same spirit which need to be respected. So in this match we saw two players, Irfan Pathan who opened the bowling, who bowled the first ball, and that ball was hit by Chris Gayle for a 6. So Irfan Pathan is a person who loves playing cricket. Chris Gayle also is a person who loves playing cricket. So they should have a respect in between them. They should respect each other. How should they respect each other? Should it be by quarreling or using some abusive words like that? No, it should not be like that. It should be like, see, the same thing when Irfan Pathan bowled a very good ball and Chris Gayle hit it for a 6. Did he scold him? Did he abuse him? Did he quarrel with him? No, he did nothing. But he appreciated it. At the same time, after the 15th over, when Irfan Pathan bowled Chris Gayle out again, did Chris Gayle come and quarrel with Irfan Pathan? Or say some or use some abusive words? No. Okay. So this is respecting each other. We also have to do the same thing. Okay. We should grow this particular quality. We also do play a lot of games, either cricket or football or whatever that is, with our friends, and there will be some quarrels. Sometimes they may say we are out and we may not be out, and it doesn't mean that we need to quarrel with them. When we quarrel with them, what happens? They become angry with us, and that is not a good thing. We should be able to understand how other people are also involved in these kinds of things. Okay, and that is how we respect others, respect each other, and value their particular feeling also. Okay, so in that aspect, it's very important to have a sportsman spirit. Okay, read it once again. Many of the sports persons have a great passion for the sports they play. It's just because of the passion that they have, they become sports person, isn't it? But the healthy manner of playing is with sportsman spirit. It's not that I love playing it, it's not you who love playing it. As I love playing it, you also love playing it. That should be the way we need to understand them. The players need to understand that other players also have the same spirit which need to be respected, and that is when we call they have a sportsman spirit. Okay, read it. Fine. So let's go to the next question. How did Irfan Pathan show true sportsman spirit? Now we have come to that particular situation that was happening in the game or in the match that both these boys went and watched. Okay, so how did Irfan Pathan show true sportsman spirit? How did he show it? Irfan Pathan clapped at the excellence with which the shot was played by Chris Gayle. Thus he showed true sportsman spirit. Right? So what do you mean by that? So Irfan Pathan was not that egoistic over there to say something like that was one of the best balls that I could ever bowl, and why should you hit that for a 6? If I have a quality, if I am able to bowl such good balls, Chris Gayle is also able to hit even such balls to 6. So it's not my greatness, it is his greatness also. And we should be able to accept it. We should be able to appreciate that greatness. Only then we can bring up sportsman spirit. Okay. So Irfan Pathan was not angry at Chris Gayle for hitting his first ball for a 6, but because of the excellence by which Chris Gayle hit that particular ball into the gallery, he appreciated Chris Gayle. Okay, so that is what is called a sportsman spirit. Okay, read that particular question again. Okay, so now we have completed the lesson based exercises, and in the next class we will deal with the grammar part from this particular lesson, right? So you have the PDF of this particular lesson attached along with this particular links. You can read it and get ready so that it will be easy for you to deal with the grammar parts. Fine, thank you.